What's up, guys? Joe here from Subtle Art Soap. Appreciate you stopping by the channel. Hope you're all doing well. So today we are going to be shaving with Following Seas, and we do have a matching splash. The razor that we're going to be shaving with is my Dovo Prima silver steel 5/8 round point. It's already been stropped and we're ready to roll. The bowl, fine accoutrements, got some soap in there already, and a brush. We're going to go basic today with fine accoutrements. All right, so I'm going to wet my face, put a little pre-shave on. We'll get going with the shave. I have a couple things I want to talk about today, a couple changes we're going to be making to a few things, and then just a couple other things I wanted to talk about, some things that have happened this past week. All right, so let me wet my face, put a little pre-shave on. I'll be right back. All right. I'm using the menthol pre-shave. Because why not, right? Because I can. Just rinse my hands off here. This stuff is super slick. Get these out of the way before I knock them on the floor like I did last time. All right, let's get the lather in. All right, so a couple things that I had mentioned that I wanted to talk about here. One of the things I'm going to be changing is I am going to start a second channel for my straight razor honing and restoration hobby. I had said this a couple weeks ago. I had done a video and I had said that people had reached out to me. Excuse me, I'll lose that. People had reached out to me to ask me if I have a honing service and how much does it cost. It happened again this week. A few people reached out to me and said they saw my honing videos. They want to know if they can send me some razors and how much does it cost. Somebody else reached out to me and said they had a couple of vintage razors they'd like to have restored, and what do I charge. So I pretty much had to tell them that it's not something I do. It's not part of my business. It's just a hobby. It's not something that I do through Subtle Art Soap Company. But I did give them the name of a couple of people, a couple places I know that do professional restoration work and honing. So I know they'll be able to find somebody to get it done. But that's the reason why I'm going to create a second channel that is just going to focus on the hobby. I think it was causing maybe some confusion. People would see me doing honing. Then they'd see me I had a brief video where I did a little bit of a restoration, part of a restoration. I do honing and then I shave with the video, and I can understand why they would think that I provided that service. The honing for me and the straight razor restoration, that's a hobby. I do that for fun. I do that to relax. So that's another reason why I want to separate the two. So you'll see me doing the honing and the restoration videos on a different channel, and then I will shave with whatever I worked on this channel, so I can showcase the soaps and everything like that. And that channel is going to be, well, I'll put a link down below to it. But it's just going to be strictly straight razor honing and talking about vintage straight razors and modern straight razors. I just thought it'd be easier because I don't want to confuse people, because several people have been asking. Check it out. All right, let's get to lathering. I love this scent. I think this is probably one of our best original scents. Just spray right here. This is one of our, at least my favorite, one of my favorites, original scents that we did. When I was blending this one, it took a while before I found, the blend that I liked. There was a lot of little vials that had gotten tossed because couldn't get the scent the way I wanted it. But it was one of those things when you hit it, you're like, oh yeah, that's it. That's what we're looking for. And I kind of do that with a lot of our stuff before I put something out, because I do a lot of blending of our own things. Citrus Bay Rum was another one that gave me a struggle, because I was looking for a specific scent with that Bay Rum, and I was blending different essential oils together with it, and I just couldn't get it. And I was going through all kinds of different ones to add to it, and I finally came up to Clary Sage. And when I found Clary Sage and put that in, that tied it all together. That was it, and that's when I knew I had that one locked down. We got a couple more I got to start working on too. Black Diamond for the winter. I got to start thinking about that one. That's another original blend. Witchcraft, that comes out for Halloween. That's another original blend. I just got all the oils in to blend that up yesterday. So I'll get working on those soon. I got everything in to start working on the rest of our bath soaps for the fall. So we will have those going pretty soon, I hope. All right, Dovo, Prima, Silver Steel. I have, what's today, Saturday, so I have 2 days growth. No problem for this razor. No problem at all. I do have a couple spots down here that I'm still watching. I cut myself good the other day, and I was debating whether or not I was gonna do a straight razor shave or just do a DE shave to keep it safe, but I still find myself more and more gravitating towards the straight razors. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not complaining about that at all. I did touch this up right before we shaved, and I didn't use a stone. I just touched it up on a pasted strop. I have a strop here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. I have half of it has the red paste on it and half the black paste. And I just gave this a quick touch up beforehand. And that's really all it needed. It didn't need to go back to the stones. Probably at some point in the next few shaves, I'll probably end up going back to the stones about. As long as you can still get a comfortable shave from a touch up with a pasted strop, you know, I say do that until you have to. Sean Staplefeld just put out a nice video talking about this exact thing, how to touch up on using a strap. A couple of the spots I got myself are right around my chin, so. Gingerly attacking this area. All right, we got through. Dry it out a little bit. Love the scent on this. Nice aquatic, a little woodsy, you know. Oh, maybe I will go. And maybe I will run this over, touch this up on some stones after this. It's not shaving bad, but kind of notice a little something. Nice, not bad at all. All right, do a little quick rinse down and we'll go with them. Residual slickness. Serious residual slickness. That's what you want, though. I had a couple of newer people in the community. Well, I don't know if they're new to the community or just new to making videos. Had reached out to me and were asking me if I would send them some stuff for review. I really didn't know how to respond to that. I don't know them, and I kind of told them, you know, that I don't randomly send things out for review. I mean, I have no problem with it, but I don't know you. You know, I don't know who you are. You know, it's one thing to build up a rapport. Let me just drop this real quick. It's one thing to build up a rapport with somebody, and then, you know, maybe over time they'll send you something, you know. But to come right out of the gate like that, and I mean, I get it. I know you're you need content, but I just thought it was, I don't know, a little presumptuous, I guess. Like it was expected that I would do that. So, which I thought was strange. But needless to say, I didn't send them anything. No offense to them. I just didn't send them anything. I was like, I really don't, like I said, I don't know you guys. I don't, you know, let me get to know who you are first. And then I noticed I lost a few subscribers. I'm assuming it was them. That's fine. I didn't know how to respond to that. Like, I've had that happen before, where people would just reach out and say, hey, I want to do a review. Do you have anything for me? And I what do you mean? As you can tell, this is probably a subject I have some mixed feelings about. I'm not opposed to sending stuff to people for review, but when I don't know who you are and you reach out to me out of the blue and say, hey, I want to review your stuff, what can you send me? You know, I think that's just not something that I do. At least let me get to know you, or get to know me. You know, build up some kind of rapport. And then, yeah, I could send you something. But I think that's, I'm pretty sure those are the 3 subscribers I lost. As it was shortly after that interaction that I noticed. I know there's ways you can check to see. Not that worried about it. Not that concerned with it. If that's the only reason why you were subscribing to my channel, because you thought I was going to give you something for free, maybe it's better that you stopped. Oh, and that's another thing too that I wanted to bring up. I had an interesting conversation, we'll say, with one of my subscribers who also follows us on Instagram. So he messaged me through Instagram, and basically telling me he wanted to try my stuff, and it was on the list. And I said, okay, you know, awesome, thank you. Hey, when you try it, I hope you like it. And he made a comment about, I see you commenting and liking my videos. I just want you to know that your stuff is on my list. So right away I'm thinking, okay, let me clear this up here real quick. So I said, just so you know, I'm not subscribed to your channel and liking and commenting on your videos or interacting on your posts because I'm trying to get you to buy my soap. I'm doing it because I actually enjoy your content. I have a lot of different people that I follow, and I'm not trying to get you to buy my soap. And his response was, he misunderstood. He didn't mean to imply that that's what I was doing. He just said that he's had some issues in the past with other soap makers who were following him and talking to him and interacting with his content, and they would always find a way to plug their product. And I explained to this guy that I have never, anyone that I follow, anybody that I subscribe to, anyone that I follow on Instagram or Facebook, unless I'm specifically asked, I don't promote my product on their feed, on their, if they do a video. Let's say they do a video on Bay Rum. I'm a Bay Rum junkie, love Bay Rum. And I've said this a lot, and you'll see my comments, if you use a Bay Rum, you'll see my comment is pretty much always the same. Can't go wrong with a good Bay Rum. And then I'll comment on the shave. But what I don't do is say you can't go wrong with a good Bay Rum. Here's a link to our Bay Rum. I think you'll like that as well. I don't do that. I try to separate when I do this. You know, I don't want to go into somebody's YouTube and then just start blasting links to all my stuff. I genuinely like your content. If I'm following you, if I'm commenting, if I'm liking, I genuinely like your content. So please don't think I'm trying to get you to purchase my soap just because I'm following you. There was a strange interaction because I've never had that conversation before. But from their point of view, I can understand where they may think that, especially if it's happened to them before. You know, because most of the people that are following content creators, they're, you know, other content creators, a couple soap companies, maybe a couple of shops, but for the most part, a majority of your audience or other content creators are just wet shavers who are really interested in your content. So when you do see a soap company that is constantly following you and liking your posts and commenting on your videos and liking your videos and subscribing and giving you shout outs, I can understand where you might think that they're trying to get your business. That is not the case with me. I genuinely like your content. That's why I'm following you. I will comment on the videos if I have a comment to leave. If you do something cool, I'll say something. If you're using a cool product, I will say something. I can't tell you how many products I've commented on that aren't mine, because I also have those products. You know, a lot of the stuff from Elysian. I have a few soaps from Elysian, so you know, I'll comment on those. Oh, such a great soap. And you know, I just got a soap from Shannon Soaps, Leo. Couldn't wait to get that one because I'm a Leo, and my birthday is in a couple of weeks, and I'm definitely. I mean, I saw that soap and I said, yeah, I'm getting that soap because that's going to be my shave that day. You know. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. If you see me commenting and subscribing and liking your videos, I'm not doing it to get you I'm not doing it to get you to buy my stuff. I'm doing it because I like my content. If you choose to go look at my website and you want to try my stuff, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. But that is not my intention, and I'm not going to drop links in all of your videos into comments to try my soap, which is similar to the one that you were using. So I just wanted to clear that up because that was the first time I had that conversation, and I kind of feel like maybe there may be some other people out there that are thinking the same thing. So I just wanted to clear that up and just kind of explain why I do what I do as far as my YouTube channel. All right, enough of that. So we're going to finish up here because I actually think that 2 is going to do it. Definitely. Put that on the stones later today. A rinse up and we'll get this finished. I had a weeper there, but it already stopped. Alrighty. Following seas. Oh yeah. This one is so good. If I ever make EDPs, which, you know, maybe down the line, but if I ever make EDPs, this is definitely going to be the first one I make an EDP of. We'll get all fancy with the name. We'll call it an EDP Intense. Jack up that fragrance. All right, so following seas. Splash that I just put away. Following seas. Razor. Dovo Prima. Silver steel. Put this back on the stones tonight. Freshen that edge up a little. A bowl. Fine accoutrements. A brush. Fine accoutrements. All right, guys, that'll do it. Like I mentioned, watch for that other channel. It's just going to be all about straight razors. I have a whole setup too. I moved everything down. I moved everything down from our soap room down to our basement. I have a whole thing set up down there. A much nicer setup. It gives me a little bit more room. I can keep all my stones down there because I am starting to acquire more honing supplies. So I have another setup downstairs. Like I said, be easier for me to get to. Everything's going to be right down there. A better little sink setup, I think, to allow me to use water and not have to move things around too much, and a better camera angle. So we'll see how that goes. I should be doing the first video maybe tonight if I have time, and then I'll put it up there, and I'll start coming around and subscribing to your channels, and you'll see my new channel. All right, guys, that'll do it. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend. Take care.